long as they don't want money.
Really?
I think that last page is personal guarantee.
Yeah.
Be the first.
Yeah, there's three separate ads.
What? The agenda? You bring your own? What?
Yes, sir, we got it on all
Lots of
those pages.
pages. There's 2, 3, yeah.
Got it set up, so there's only two of us to sign. Yes, sir. Okay, Brian, you have to sign this particular one.
Each one is $5.
I hope that's there or not.
Hey, Doc, you want to sit right here?
Sure, what am I saying? Right next to you? How are you?
Dennis Dugan.
Dark Evans. Nice to meet you, sir.
Larry Brown.
Nice to meet you. Dark Evans.
Alan Sims.
Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you.
Okay, I've got 7 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and call this to order. We do not have a flag here, so I was going to ask you to pledge allegiance. I don't see a flag, so I guess we can pass on that. But anyway, first order of business will be old business and approval of last meeting's minutes.
over town for you, couldn't find you.
There I am. You got it.
Switch to that.
All right.
Did fine.
Steve was here.
Should I call for it? See if he's on this? He could have got called.
I have read the minutes, there's a couple of spelling, my name's just spelled almost every place, but other than that, everything appears good. I recommend make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor? All right, approve the minutes. Next item of business will be public comment. Do you normally let people sign up for public comment, or we
There's a
just,
sign sheet over there. I don't know if you're signed up.
do you have anyone that signed up for public comment?
I did, Dennis.
Dr. Van Hamilton.
Yes.
You have the
Is it too
floor.
late for me to sign it?
Oh, you signed
What's your name? Go ahead, Doctor.
Probably more so than comment, have questions. I think the whole town is confused about how this board got here, what the takeover was. You two, I know. And I think it's time that this board needs to give the town answers to how this all occurred and why. And after I get that answer, can I reserve maybe another question?
Dorothy, I will tell you, if you just indulge me for a minute,
I got all night.
I was in Wyoming, hunting antelope, minding my own business, when I got a call saying, would you be on the EMS board? Okay. When I got back here, will you be president? Well, I don't really want to, but we'll see. Then the next thing I know, I get a call that I guess the commissioners have basically dissolved the old board and put a new board in. And I knew nothing about it. I didn't have any input on that. So, I mean, I'm not being critical of anybody.
I know, and I'm not
that's
either. I'm just trying to
because
find out.
I would love to know exactly how I got in this position myself.
And that's the confusing part.
Yes.
Well, number one, how'd the commissioners get involved?
I have no idea.
I mean, that's what doesn't make sense to anybody. Correct me if I'm wrong, EMS is a civic organization, for lack of a better term, right? 501c3, like the Rice Festival. And they started the fire department, EMS a million years ago, and brought it to where it is. And it's been all volunteer. It's been men and women donating their time and being away from their families, and etc. And all of a sudden, there's a takeover. They're out. Could the commissioners court go in and appoint a new board for the Rice Festival? I doubt it. I don't understand the difference.
I'm really not clear on it, Dorothy. I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to be evasive.
I know, Dennis. I know you just got to town in there. Wasn't your lap?
I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but you said you had another question?
Yeah. I don't understand legally where we are at this point.
I wish I could answer your question.
Does anybody on the board know?
I can tell you that I received almost the same call. I was told there was a couple empty board positions. Would I be, and that was the way it was put to me. There's one or two empty board positions. Can we put your name in a pool of people to be selected from?
From the commissioner's court?
Yes, and I said.
How did they get involved?
I have no
And
idea.
The situation was, when I had talked to our commissioner, I said, look, you're gonna have to, there's been some contention here. Give us a little time to settle things out and try to get some people in, because quite frankly, nobody wants to get involved in a fight.
Correct.
But I was kind of led to believe that's the way it was gonna be, that we were gonna be allowed to.
But when it's a
to
private
kinda-
organization,
To kind of take our own course, and the next thing I know, I get a call saying, this is the way it is. And understand, I'm not being critical of anybody sitting at this table.
me neither.
And-
I just want to get to the bottom and understand
I
it.
just want to say on the record, we've got some damn good medics working for this EMS, okay?
And the town's proud of them.
And they do a good job, and I
Yes.
help them whenever I can, but how I got to be where I'm at right now,
Well,
I really don't know.
Dennis, the best
I mean, I
asset.
started 35 years ago doing
I
this
know.
as a volunteer, and
No, that's the other deal.
I just don't know exactly how we got to be right here where we are.
The best asset Winnie has is the EMS. As far as a rural area, for the equipment, the knowledge the paramedics have, the speed they're there, their personal
People, the
attention.
equipment, the care they give to people.
Yes.
is
And the
generally
fact they knew everybody's name and what street they lived on and could get there quick. And how, morning, how we got to this is very disconcerting.
Okay, well, I'm not meaning to cut you off, but they say 3-minute limit, I think
Okay,
we've done 3.
I'm done.
And the next person we had to talk was Steve, and I know you can't talk just 3 minutes.
I was accused a couple of meetings ago that I was doing stuff illegal with EMS by a person that's never been to sit at this table while I was here at the EMS meeting. Since then, I found out that what I was thinking he might accuse me of being illegal with EMS was the county auditor went and told the commissioners that the EMS 501c had been revoked. And I check with Brenda, our accountant, more than I do with my accountant in Liberty. I go by there and check with all the time, make sure the taxes are there and all the money's there and it's all there. When that came up, I went and asked Brenda, said, well, that's not right. We are a 501c, or you are in good compliance. So we pulled it up on the computer to send it off. Took all day for me to go get it, set my own money over there, got a letter back. I went to the county auditor. He said, I'm the one that determined that. 2 lawyers done call me, they're wrong. You done call me, and you're wrong. And I told the commissioners that you're not in good standing. I said, well, it says right there, the Secretary of State said we are. So I wrote a letter, filled out all the paperwork, sent it to the state. Got back the letter. You have been denied as you're reinstating your EMS because it's already been reinstated.
Because you're in good standing.
We've been in good standing. So the rumor got out. Somebody went out and told somebody that we were out of compliance or out of good standing with the state, but they failed to call or email the state. She asked me, I said, this is the second time you called. I said,
So
yeah.
is that when the board turned over? Because of that?
Yeah, that's what started it. The county is going to the county held the money up for the ambulance until the auditor went over and said, I sent him the papers I sent off. Brenda signed it. We said, okay, you're attempting to get certified. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell the county that y'all doing in place. And all it is one paper every 4 years,
Right.
showing who's responsible, who's the contact person with the 501c. Every 4 years you send it in.
But it had already been done.
It already been done in '09, February '09. So from '09 till today and in the future, it was during the hurricane. We went past a few days that they looked at it and said, hey, you hadn't sent that paper in, send it in, let us know who contact person. We did it back in February '09. And I've been knowing it, Brenda's been knowing it, but it had never been an issue until somebody went and told somebody we wasn't in compliance.
Thank you, Steve.
I'm not here to stir any trouble, I'm just telling you what, I got a letter.
That's what I want to
Steve,
know.
I appreciate that input, but I think that's 3 minutes too. Anybody else?
You want me to reconfirm what you're saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
In answer to what you said, Steve, I've gotten exactly the same thing verbatim from Brenda. I went over to her office the day after we had the last meeting, met with her, and she said we are absolutely in good standing right now. I also received the same information over at county, talking to the auditor over there, and they're of the same opinion at this point in time. And again, I'm in the same exact position with Dennis, and I asked Craig to come and help us. Okay, and Alan's in, and Brandon, you know, this was kind of dumped in our lap. And as I reiterated at the last meeting, Bobby, nothing's been said against you. We've said you guys have done this and put us a good service together. I just want that said, that nothing was ever said against you. I mean, there's people here that can back that up. That all we want to do is continue doing the right thing as long as they want us here.
Okay, no more public comments. Larry, I think we're ready for the treasurer's report and approval of bills.
We're actually in limbo on it. The stuff is taken care of. We've completed all the transactions at the bank at this point. We're turning the paperwork in tomorrow. We are now authorized for any two of us, between yourself, Alan, myself, and Brandon, for any two of us to sign checks at this point in time with the approval of being passed at the time. As far as current bills, and there are some due, we've been told right now that at this moment, we have some electric bills that are actually past due that need to be taken care of. So we need to take action, any action that we can legally take right now until we finish formalizing. We need to get something done.
Okay. All right, is there anything we need to do actually, because we can't approve anything right now?
No, sir, we have to put it on, I'm assuming we have to do an agenda, which means we have to do another special meeting. And again, if I understand correctly, that takes 72 hours. That just puts us out further on the time frame to get these bills paid. I don't know if there's anything legally that we can do to authorize payment as an exception. I don't know the rules of law enough to answer
I don't
that.
know that either.
Yes, my question is, this item here says approval of bills, is an item on the agenda, does that not make it possible?
Do you have those prepared? Well, then I guess we should look through them. I'm sorry, that was just presented.
Yeah, all the checks are done.
So these are the point where they need to be signed,
Yes, sir.
and they are approved.
They were all them.
Do we need to make a motion to accept these and make these
I
payments?
think we should, let's go ahead and do that, because if we have bills that are due, we don't want anybody
No, sir. No, sir, we
being
do
written
not.
by us, because we want to stay current with everything.
Well, as treasurer, can I make a motion to the board, please, to accept these bills to be paid as due?
Motion made, you have a second? Second by Brandon, all in favor?
Aye.
Hey, Dennis, can I interrupt and I've just been here a little bit, so I know a little bit of history. They usually go through those bills and read them aloud so that everybody kind of hears what the bill is. It takes a little bit of time, but it's pretty transparent.
Larry, if you want to do it that way,
Yes, sir.
that's fine.
That's fine.
Thank you, Wade, for pointing that out, because
Thank you.
we're all,
Yeah, I got it.
We're crawling right now. We don't have the expertise on this. We're trying to learn. Any input that can be given to us would be graciously accepted. That's all I can say. Opening balance, and I guess obviously everybody wants to know that. Beginning balance right now is $31,902.30. Cash receipts $16,939.77.
That's
Cash,
not actually accurate.
pardon?
That's not accurate.
All right.
That was as of a week and a half ago. If you look at the.
What are we gonna make a motion on right this minute so we know we're paying the bill?
That's fine. I'm just saying that the account balance is not accurate. I'm telling you. The opening balance right now is $45,353.
Okay, can we insert that with these and put it as part of
It's
this
in the-
motion?
it's
It
in-
is in this package, okay. So really, then we don't have to go over this page right
No,
now?
that's just all the individual bills, so that you know, so everybody knows what bills are getting
Okay.
paid.
So this is showing the individual's outstanding checks? Okay.
Go through them one by one, just flip them.
Okay, gotcha. That's showing the balance. Okay, individual checks, good luck.
Keep going, no, keep going.
That's deposits.
Those are old checks.
They're recycling checks. It's all the bank statements.
Okay,
And then go 2 more pages past that.
thank you.
2 more pages. So you'll see a paper clip, those are the individual checks.
Okay, thank you. So we literally, before we sign these checks, need to announce what each one is for?
It's customary.
I think that's a good idea. That's the way it's been done in the past.
Okay, item to be paid, $1,431.57 is to Baker and Zabranik PC, Liberty, Texas. Can I ask a simple question on this? From
That's an agenda item here, after the
Okay.
rest.
All right. Bobby, can I ask Bobby one simple question? please?
Sure.
Is that a legal bill, Bob?
Yes.
Okay, that's one.
What was the amount?
$1,431.57.
Hold on just a second.
Yes, sir.
Ron, you said that's an agenda item, is that one that you want to put off to the sides until we can talk
That's
about?
up to you, that's up to you, I mean, it's on the agenda, so if you have to make a
Can I say
motion.
something, sir?
Sure.
In all fairness, we said coming in that one thing we wanted to do was keep things straight and above board and get things done. If this was a legal obligation that Bobby says was, sir, I think we should pay it and be done with it, and it's put to bed because I've heard some contention over it, and I think it's a moot point. it was obligated, and I think we need to pay it.
I'm not disagreeing.
So that's just the billing time on that that
Right.
goes with that?
Yes, sir.
The next one is Altee's Cajun Seafood and Steaks, $400. Ron, can you tell me exactly what that check was for, please?
They provided food to us during the hurricane.
Okay, great. Anybody have an issue with that check? Just pass it. Aero International is $1,100 even. Can you explain to us what that is, please?
We had the bone, the IO drill, those are for the needle, they're $550 a box.
Okay, so that was equipment and supplies.
Supplies.
Everybody all right with that? Boundtree, that's the people you get narcotics from, is that correct?
They go get all of our supplies from them.
Okay.
Like, there's certain stuff we have to buy through individual retailers, but 95% of our supplies come from Boundtree.
$2,729.75. Everybody all right with that? Coastal Welding, I just assume that's a repair.
No, that's oxygen.
Oxygen, okay, sorry. $145.56, is that all right with everybody? Energy, here's where we gotta take care of this. Now, if I understand correctly, these bills amounts could change because there'll be a late fee on them, is that correct?
No, those are already included in the late.
That is included, okay. Everybody's all right with that? It's $514.36. Lucy's Diner, I assume again that's food?
That was for county law district.
Canada, okay. It's $400. Is that all right? sir? Midtex Oil,
It's our fuel.
yeah. $765.61. Everybody all right with that? Okay, this one is Prosperity Bank. Is that a note or something that we're paying?
It's credit card.
Credit card, okay. $1397.50 credit card payment. Is everybody all right with that? Specialized billing and collection system, and that's who does
Yes,
Dixon.
sir.
Okay.
Our billing.
$1,919.97. Everybody all right? Spectrum, $320.18. I assume that's your cable here.
Cable phones and internet.
Stratton's, again, supplies.
That included supplies that were bought during the hurricane, and those are part of our FEMA reimbursement that we're requesting.
Okay. It's $1,595.51. Everybody okay with that? Trinity Bay, we all know what that's for. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. $248.42. Is that okay, Dennis? Texas Health and Fitness.
If I don't poke you, it's all right.
Texas Health and Fitness, $270.
The previous board had set up where we paid for gym memberships for all the employees.
It's understandable. Everybody's all right with that?
And the Trinity Bay bill, just in case you have a question, the reason it's so high is because we had 25 people living in the
Yeah,
station.
a lot of
during the
people,
hurricane,
sure.
so
That's understandable. I
There was
think
lots of
that's
showers,
pretty
lots of
reasonable.
laundry.
Verizon Wireless, again, $51.87. VGL Phoenix Incorporated DBI, the Phoenix Group. Now, is that a proper spelling, G-R-U-P, or is it group, G-R-O-U-P?
No, that's how
Does that make any difference on a typo on that?
That's how it's set up on their statements.
Okay.
That's part,
$1,961.68,
that's part for the ambulance.
okay. Winnie Food Mart Texaco, $60.18.
That's the fuel for the responder.
Brenda Welver CPA, $1,450 even. And that's audit.
That's our
Everything else
that's our
building
quarterly
order.
fee, yes.
Is that it?
Do I need to get a motion to accept it?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get a motion to accept.
Can I get a motion, please, to accept these checks as annotated?
Don't you make it? You're the treasurer.
I'm making a motion that we accept these checks as printed.
Motion
Post.
made, second. Motion
Yeah.
made, seconded by Terry.
I've got to find that.
All in favor?
Ron, which page has the total of those checks do you have?
It's in the binder, it's not in that one.
Well, let's check.
Can I get that, Lori, can I get that to you later?
We'll check registry.
Okay, is that all we need on treasury?
$21,482.34. But that also includes checks that have already been posted for ambulance repairs. They've already been cleared. What was that number? 21,000.
Is it prepared?
482, 34 cents.
Tomorrow, or do we need to do it?
No, that's fine.
Well, have you done, did we?
Yeah, usually y'all just sign them
We're
and
gonna
then
have to
I'll
sign
mail
it.
it
We're
out.
gonna sign it before we
You're gonna set it aside until we're
Yeah,
done?
let's do that. Some of us will do it after. Is there anything else on the treasurer's report anyone has questions about? Ron, I do have just a general information question. On your ambulance billing, about monthly, what kind of income do you?
Right now, we're averaging about 18,000. That's how much we average, you know, the bills are starting to average back out again, we're averaging about 12,000 a month in bills. So this month was more expensive because we had all the repairs to ambulance, but DFIS gave us 9,400, I think it was, for the repairs, and it cost me like 6,000 to repair everything, so that was made a little bit more money out of it, and they said to keep it, so I asked.
Good. Okay, next item will be the EMS coordinator report.
So usually at every meeting, I kind of give a report of how everything's went. So for the insurance, we filed a claim with DFIS for all of our stuff during the hurricane. Medic 21 was our primary unit. The total amount to repair it was $4,465.63. Medic 22, which was our reserve, which is the rental truck we used at the time, was $1,034.95. The responder was $795.23 for a total of I didn't write down 6,000 and some change. We got 9,600 from BFIS is what we got. Unemployment insurance was something we were discussing with the previous board on purchasing the unemployment insurance. So we need to look at that, especially if we're still going to look at changing payroll companies in the future. As far as the budget's concerned, I gave everybody a copy of the proposed budget for next year, so we'll have to kind of go through that and narrow it down and decide, what we do with that. With the different payroll companies, I gave everybody a copy of the different payroll company bids I have. And then also, Alan and Larry had asked about talking to Brenda to see if she would be interested in doing payroll, so we can look at that too, see. But pretty much with all the three bids I've looked at, it's a savings of about $25,000 next year if we change payroll companies. So that's something we need to look at too for doing, in effect January 1st. And the reason some of the savings things need to come into place is Medicare and Medicaid are cutting reimbursements by 30% starting January 1st. So that's going to cost us probably $25,000 to $30,000 next year. So anything we can do to reduce the budget to save some money is going to help out. Last month, for September, not counting any calls that we did during Harvey, because that was a completely different event. But the calls started on I think it was the 7th, is that one, the day we got back to normal? We did 65 total calls for service. Not counting Harvey. We did 34 transports, we had 27 patient refusals, and 6 patient assists, which basically means a lift assist or just going to help somebody check the blood pressure, etc. And then that's pretty much all I had on the report.
What is a patient refusal?
Patient refusal means we went and checked out the patient or treated them and they refused transport to the hospital.
Happens all the time.
So usually right now we're about 60-40 ratio, transports to patient refusals. And a lot of that's just because we have so many wrecks on the highway, and people don't want to go to the hospital, so we have a lot of refusals on the highway for wrecks.
One thing you brought up, I did talk to Brenda, and she is willing to take that responsibility over, and it can't say it's a great deal of money.
Okay, Ron, thank you. Is there anything else you need to add, or
Not much I have any questions for Mr.
do we need to approve your report, or not? All right.
So it just gets entered into the record.
I'm sorry?
Just entered into the record.
Yeah. Okay, new business. Discuss and take action as necessary on the employment status, including review, discipline, and termination of personnel. Nick Morrison.
Nick's in class, he can't make it until like 8:30. Does he just walk in?
Okay. If we're going to discuss personnel, it needs to be in an executive session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are we ready to discuss that now or not?
That's if he's here, then yeah, I mean.
If he's here, let's go ahead and stick to the agenda.
I was gonna say.
I was gonna ask, could we just pass by that and come back to it at the end?
That's what I was
Do you
gonna
wanna
ask.
do that?
Yes, sir, if it's possible. That way we can take care of everybody else that's here and not bother holding them up all evening, if that's all right.
That's fine. Everybody agreeable with that? All right, well, let's put that, let's put number 1 on hold and we'll go to number 2, discuss and take action as necessary on approval of job description for EMS coordinator Ron Nichols.
I gave everybody a copy of the job description. It's a basic job description, just basically defines my duties. Currently, there isn't a job description, and there's no specific set of parameters in the bylaws that give me a focus of, you know, what I can and can't do. So it's something we've had on the agenda several times, it just hasn't got approved yet. Basically, the job description itself is just responsible for the day-to-day operations, administrations for Winnie Stowell E.M.S, plan, organize, coordinates, functions, ambulance services, training, supervision of all the staff, help develop the right protocols with the assistance of Dr. Cavasbar, policies and procedures, coordinates and evaluates all functions of ambulance service, and represents the department in local and regional meetings like SETRAC and RACR, which are regional trauma advisory councils, things of that nature. And then prepares and presents regular reports to the board of managers, overall responsibility for all clinical care, staffing, program planning, maintenance of the vehicles, equipment, and facilities. And then it's basically defined it a little bit into essential duties and responsibilities, ensure patient employee safety in all areas of operation. It's like 3 different pages, unless you want to read it, I can read all of it if you want. Respond to calls of urban emergency medical, fire, and hazmat incidents. May have command and control responsibilities. That's where the incident command system comes into play. Respond to non-emergency calls to assist the public and oversee other response agencies and oversee staff issues to include disciplining and coaching of employees, encouraging continuing education, professional development, providing work-related training. Makes recommendations to the board for purchases or acquisition of ambulances, supplies, or equipment. Provide public relation information and training for citizens of Winnie Stowell coverage area. Develop and update policies and procedures. Working closely with the medical director to develop and update protocols. Ensure all Winnie Stowell E.M.S protocols, policies, and procedures are followed by all staff members. Assure for the integrity, security, and accountability system for controlled narcotics, and controlled substances and other drugs and food used by EMS staff. Perform full-time and part-time yearly evaluations, which I'm in the process of doing right now. Oversees training and mentoring for new employees in the areas of essential duties and responsibilities as outlined in the EMS job description. Oversee and ensure ongoing education, training, and mentoring of EMS staff. Review patient reports and billing forms to ensure adequate and accurate documentation of services. Supervise, review, correct, and approve patient care reports. Maintain confidentiality and oversee HIPAA laws and regulations. Maintain and secure all staff records. Maintain up-to-date knowledge of federal, state laws, rules, and regulations related to EMS. Prepare, monitor, and work within the approved budget. Ensure all license certifications and documents are current and in place. Maintain certification skills and knowledge needed to function at the MICU paramedic level. Represent Winnie Stowell E.M.S in a variety of local, county, state, and other meetings if approved by board. Maintain a positive work environment with community, hospital, physicians, and staff, law enforcement, volunteer fire, and other agencies as deemed necessary. Work with Chambers County Office of Emergency Management. Maintain station facility grounds, ambulance equipment by performing light and heavy general cleaning, maintenance, mowing, etc. Maintain knowledge of county geography, streets, roads, and bridges. Desired qualifications, high school diploma or GED equivalent, college or university coursework in related field preferred. 5 years experience in advanced life support, including a combination of education experience preferred, Texas paramedic certification, 2 years supervisor experience, experience with DPCR software, valid driver's license, ACLS, PALS, PEP, PHCLS, which are all required certifications, be 21 years of age, no felony convictions or disqualifying criminal histories within the past 7 years, ability to read, write, and speak English, U.S. citizen, and must maintain state paramedic certification as well as BLS, ACLS, PALS, or PEP, and PHLS. That's pretty much what the description is. So basically just kind of outlines what I'm allowed to do, you know, just basically puts me in charge of taking care of the paid staff. And, you know, equipment, et cetera, et cetera.
On a day-to-day basis, when, I only ask because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What is your work day here? When do you get here? Are you here every day?
So the way it's set up right now,
It just kind of has to be flexible or what?
the way it's set up right now is I get paid to work 48 hours a week on the truck, and I usually spend 2 days in the office, so I'm usually here 60 to 70 hours a week. the way it's set right now. I go at the end, once I get done doing the schedule for everybody else, my name goes in and fill whatever holes are available, and then, whatever I need to do is put in the office. Like today I'm off, but I've been here all day getting everything ready for the meeting.
So you're kind of floating. Okay, I just
Yeah,
asked because
I don't actually have a set schedule, I pretty much work around everybody else's schedule.
Is this a salary position or an hourly?
Yes, sir, salary.
Just, I've read it, I've got one quick comment, but I would like to ask Mr. Fitzgerald, Mr. Way, since y'all been, is there anything y'all have seen in this, since y'all been looking at this way longer than we have? Is there something in here that jumped out that was a problem?
We didn't get to, he's right, we didn't sit down and tell him what all that he wanted. It's left up to the new board to oversee him. If this is me, I mean, you don't have to do one thing I say, but he needs help with the employees. So it would protect him and the employees, that if something came up, I would think that y'all would have a grievance committee board, 2 or 3 of you, or something. And not saying anything's happened, but just make sure that, you know, that both two sides, there's two sides of the story, make sure that y'all hear it. I'm not saying anything wrong, but I just think that would, you know, would help protect him and then protect the employees and y'all know what's going on. I mean, the more everybody knows, the smoother it goes. It would stop anything getting outside this board. You know, what more y'all know, if somebody says something, well, that's not right, I know firsthand. And you don't even have to tell them what it is.
So what you're saying is you'd like to hear it here rather than on the street?
Well, if you hear it on the street, what happens, the first is what happens.
Wildfire.
But you know what I'm talking about, you know, it's just, you know, the board, y'all are volunteered, you're not getting paid, and it takes away from just coming in here. But it's the most important, in my opinion, board in the county, in this end, because you're saving lives. You got a paramedic that can save a life. We used to just ECA, I could just load them and go. But I don't paralyze them up, I know how to do that, but I can't give them the good stuff. But I mean, the more y'all can help this guy.
One of the things that's very important to me, I've been here 20 years, obviously I'm involved a lot with patient care, trauma, medical director, well, my name is Air Rescue, Lumberton, and now Winnie. And one thing that I do commend Ron about, because I think he's been well trained, is it's extremely important to have a very close, intimate relationship between that position and the medical director. I have to know what's going on. And one of the things that's very important is to be updated. So Ron sends me emails about patient care, about equipment, about protocols, about state licensing. It's always on the nose. And I'm one of those guys, I gotta know now. I don't wanna know a month from now, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whether it's the patient care. So that part's very important. And whoever's in this position's got a big shoe to fill in, because that's not easy. And whether it's Beaumont E.M.S. or it's Winnie, whether it's smaller or bigger, obviously the bigger the harder, but that's very, very important. And to be updated with the rules and regs, because I'm not even updated sometimes with the rules and regs. They tell me what's going on, and I have to make sure that we're doing it. So that position is very, very important.
He seems to stay very much.
Yeah, and I think that has to do with the training. So that part is very important to me, because obviously my name is on the license as well.
Sure.
So it's not just about that. Most and foremost, the most important thing is patient. So as long as we're doing perfect patient care and we're doing the best that we can, and the rest of it falls in place, but the rest of it also is important, because if you don't keep up with the paperwork, then the state will come and nip you and say, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you didn't do this part, or you didn't keep up with this part, and then you can lose your position.
So doctor, are you in a position that you recommend what you heard as his job description, you could support that?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Dennis, can I put a caveat on that? Can we recommend that we accept this job description because we've all been jumped into this, and just leave time on, nothing against what you've done or what you've said there, give us time to review it, but accept it now, make a motion to accept it subject to any review, would that be right or not?
Well, if you want to make that motion, let's see how the rest of the board feels.
Okay. I move that we accept.
I think Alan, you got a question first.
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Under your desired minimum qualifications, the second line, Is that supposed to be advanced life support or advised? Because it says advised.
Yeah, it's supposed to be advanced.
Can I make a motion, we accept Ron's job description as annotated right now, as he spoke? The doctor seems to support it, I think that that's a great thing. I think that the board should offer in this motion its support, and if there should be any problems with anything that's being done, that we'll air them at our board meetings, whether it needs to be an executive session or to the public, whichever is deemed necessary at the time. Can I get a second, please?
Motion made and seconded, all in favor? Motion carries. Okay, item number 3, discussion and take action necessary on adoption of the new bylaws for Winnie Stowell E.M.S.
Now, you had some issues with that, didn't you?
I would like, honestly, I'd like to get legal counsel on this. I don't know, if Richard looked at it, I don't know where the status is. I think we ought to, honestly think we ought to get legal counsel to look at this before we adopt new bylaws.
Can we legally table it until the next
I don't see
special
why we
meeting? I make a motion that we table this upon legal advice. Can I get a second, please?
Motion made and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Number 4, discuss and take action necessary on changing nights of regular business meetings.
That can be addressed in the bylaws, so you can table that one too.
All right,
Motion to table, number 4.
So moved.
motion made and seconded, all in favor? Carried. Discussion and take action necessary on change of public relations policy.
I have read it, I don't see any real issues, but once again, I think we should have a legal counsel to review that, just to be 100% safe.
You want to make a motion to that effect?
I'd like to table it until we have legal counsel. If that's
Second.
Motion made and seconded to table that item, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Excuse me, discuss and take action necessary on adopting a policy for public comment and recording of meetings.
I put it as two different items, but it's the same policy, it just needs to be updated, but you can table that one too.
Oh, that was the same.
I'd like to table that one because I have a document I'd like for us all on the board to review. And if it seems suitable, then implement it at the next meeting if that's possible.
Okay, you gonna make a motion to that effect?
Yes, sir. I'd like to see us table number 6 and turn around and place in the record a document I currently have in my possession that I'll be glad to make public to anybody at any time after we have our next meeting, if it's approved by the legal staff.
Well, let's just take action on table number 6 right now.
Okay, then I make a motion that we table it until the next
Do
meeting.
we have a second? Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 7, discuss and take action necessary on nominating a board member to fill a vacant board position.
No action is necessary on that one, because we already have 5.
I thought so. All right, let's skip over that. Discuss and take action necessary on turning the building over to the county. Explain exactly what that's all
So
about.
we've discussed this in the past too, I mean, and I'm still trying to verify all the information, so, with us trying to reduce costs next year with billing, et cetera, the county owns the property, or the land, and we own the shell. According to the tax assessor's office though, we own the land as well as the building. So I'm trying to get that verified through the county, the county auditor, and I talked to George Barrera, I forget what his position is over the county too, and they're trying to figure that out. But basically, if the county takes over the building, then that reduces our costs because they'll pay for the utilities, which will save us roughly, $9,000 next year. They'll take care of all the building maintenance, which this year we've already spent $65,000 on building maintenance, so they'll take care of all that in the future. And then they'll take care of insuring the property as far as damage, et cetera, and stuff like that from storms and things of that nature. So overall, it should save us about $20,000 next year if we turn over the county. I'm just trying to get verification from Roy Turner and the auditor and everything to make sure that that's something the county's be interested in
And
doing.
the county is willing.
The county is willing to do that,
It's
they have no problem with it at all, because it's something I was already working on it with Bobby and Nolan, in the past, so they're more than fine to do that, it's just that's something that has to be decided on by the board.
Dennis, we used the EMS insurance money to build this building. We didn't go, this half-cent sale wasn't set up back there then, we just used the money, our EMS money to build the building. And we never got around to giving it to the county, or even offered it
See,
to them.
I was, silly me, I was under the impression the county did own the building.
No, we
Not
used,
quite true.
no, we used EMS money. The same, the county donated the fire department, when we were together, 40,000. So we got 40,000, okay,
That's-
that
I
built
guess
the
that's
shell.
why I thought this building.
Well, they built the shell, and then Hewitt put all the cabinets in the fire department. And we paid him, you know, over there. Over here, didn't you do these the other day? We paid him to do these, or the EMS paid him to do these for people lockers. We didn't go ask for it. But now it comes to cost savings, and the county offered to do it, and it would be a win-win.
They did offer that, Dennis, there's no question.
The reason it wasn't accepted because Don Brennan did not inspect the concrete. He was told what they were delivering concrete and he did not come. So there was no engineering report on the concrete. So Don told the county he didn't know if it meets the county specs. So that was the big hairball right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. County, he wouldn't approve it, so they didn't want to take it over.
We could sell the shell and they could have their land, but they need to take it over.
What action do we need to take? Do we need a motion to approach the county? Do we need a motion, how do we need to?
Basically, when I talked to, like I said, I've talked to 4 different people in the county today. If you wanna make a motion to let the county take over the building, then we basically just have to decide. They want a request from us to take over the building, something signed by the board that you can turn in, so they can go on Commissioner's Court. And the biggest question is what, because nobody's given me a full answer, what they're gonna pay for and what they're not gonna pay for. You know, for example, the utilities, you know, that's half the cost. If they're not gonna pay for that, we gotta pay for that, it doesn't really benefit us in turning it over. If that makes sense. So I was trying to get that information verified today, and it might be something y'all have a better, you know, shot at doing. I was just making random phone calls to people I had numbers for.
Can I get permission to make a motion to call the county and get them to put it on the agenda so we can go over there together and stuff if we get it?
I think that might be something we need to do, probably.
Yes, sir.
They
They told me they wanted to.
They're more than happy to do it. You just need to work out the details.
Well, we need to
on
find
what
out
they're
the
gonna pay for.
details, like you say, if, what are they gonna pay, what are they not gonna pay? It's not gonna be.
I know the insurance, it'll save us $4,800 a year on insurance for not having to insure the building for damages. The utilities average, with the electric bill and the water bill, averages $8,200 a year. And then, what was the other thing on there? What was the other one that they on? I know there was another one beside that.
I was just scared somebody come in here and tell us that we can't do something.
Oh, the maintenance, I mean, they'll take care of the maintenance, so, you know, and maintenance is like anything else, you budget for so much. You know, like, I think we budgeted for 10,000 this year, we spent like 6,500. So right now, we're ahead of that game, but next year the AC can break and that's
That's
a
right,
$10,000
then you have the
project.
advantage of being able to go to
Well, like, the
the board,
question was, cause,
commissioners.
you know,
court,
we
get
paid for the
it.
generator, that's $10,000. We built the, you know, we pretty much paid for everything in the building, so, that's, you know, but they're already maintaining the generator for us, they're already cutting the grass. They come and change their AC filtered out, so.
They fixed the fence too, didn't they?
Yeah, well, no, we paid for that,
Oh, we did?
so.
What I'd like to suggest is that, maybe we put together either a couple of people, I'm thinking you two.
Or the three of us, because we all
Or-
go over there pretty frequently.
Well, I just don't think it can be 3 of us or you
Okay.
create a quorum. Here's
No,
the
that's
issue.
right.
I think that, what we need to do is, negotiate a long-term lease with the county. I don't think it
Well,
needs to be
that's-
just an
and
open-ended,
That's
give it back.
that's
It
part of
needs
the
to be
thing
a
that,
long-term
that's
contract.
part of the thing that y'all have to do, you have to negotiate that and negotiate the, you know, what they're gonna pay for and not pay for. Cause like some of the fire departments, they pay for everything, including utilities. Other fire departments, you pay for your own
But it
utilities.
could also be a triple net where you're responsible for everything within the walls and they
Correct.
take care of everything else.
So it's something y'all already, that's why y'all, you know, that, y'all as the board need to go over there and have a sit-down conversation with the county, with Tony Sims and Gordon Ferrer and, you know, Commissioner Gordon, figure out exactly what they're gonna pay for and not pay for.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to go to Commissioners Court. I'd like to make a motion that we visit with Commissioners Court on trying to find out and explore turning the building over to the county and making certain that they're willing to take care of things that will save this board money.
Got a motion, is there a second? Motion made second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, discuss and take action necessary on the payment Richard Fraser,
We've already
attorney.
approved this check, so that's.
We've already approved it, but
Separate
it-
motion.
this was for legal work that
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Baker had done for
Yes,
us. Bobby, you do something, you want to add anything to that? Okay. I don't think we have to take any action since we already have. All right, number 10, discuss and take action if necessary on compensation to EMS coordinator for hours worked and services provided during Tropical Storm Harvey.
So that would be in addition to what your normal salary was, the extra hours you did. Right.
At the very end of the binder, there's a letter that I put in there, with a breakdown of all the hours that I worked during Tropical Storm Harvey. So I arrived here on August 22nd, 2017, which is my regular scheduled shift. I went home on the 27th for about 12 hours, was back on the 28th, didn't leave again until the 4th. Come back on the 5th, and I was here until the 11th. So I was here for a total of 19 days during Harvey. Basically what I did is just calculated out based on my pay rate, based on what FEMA's gonna reimburse us for. So FEMA reimburses you for time and a half or 16 hours a day for salary employees. My hourly rate is $20 an hour. FEMA will reimburse you time and a half rate, but all I was to make it fair across the board for everybody. If you figure out 19 days, $16 per hour, it's 304 hours. Subtract 120 hours, which is the hours I already got paid for my salary, puts it down to 184. And if you pay $184 at $28 per hour, which is my regular pay rate, it's $5,152. So if you add that with my normal salary at $7,844 for the 3 weeks that I was here, which is a check that's equivalent to what all the other paramedics that were here for 7-8 days got. So it's fair across the board. We all made the same amount of money. Nobody made any more than anybody else. And you'll actually make more money from FEMA than what you're paying me. So
And FEMA will reimburse that.
yeah, the paperwork, I've got more paperwork for y'all to sign when we're done, but just Larry's only signature I need, and I need to get y'all's addresses to update the point of contact for FEMA, but it's pretty much, they're gonna reimburse 1.5 times everybody's pay for 16 hours a day for the 29th through September 10th. We should get rough estimate, and that's not, I have to wait for them to come out and do their assessment, look through all the payroll charts and everything else, but we should get all of our payroll back plus. Payroll for the entire 2 weeks was 45,000 some change. With FEMA's rates, it's like 54,000. And that's not including the cost of the equipment that we purchased, the food that we bought, that we provided. And they penny it, so I have to show them utility bills, I have to show them everything, because they're gonna reimburse, they said they'll reimburse for anything they can reimburse for. So it's just we didn't have any damage, it's basically just the equipment that we purchased and any salary that we paid for the time of hurricane is what they should reimburse us for. And then they're supposed to come out and meet with me, I think it's the 16th of November. So, and then once that's done, they said it usually takes about another 30 to 60 days to get your reimbursement, so hopefully by the first of the year we'll have a reimbursement from FEMA. But it's usually a 6 to 8, 3 to 8 month process, depending on how it's always done.
Do we have a compensation policy?
No, sir.
Let me ask Bobby if that's a normal situation during storms, sir?
I don't know, Harvey's not a normal situation.
Well, I mean, when you've been under the pressure of other storms in the past, was there overtime stuff paid for people that were?
We went through Ike, and I can't remember 100%, but I think Harvey was worse than Ike ever thought about being.
It was a terrible storm.
For people that, just not, for the people in the marsh, it wasn't the worst, but the people up in here, it affected so more people, and they had to rescue 330 people that nobody else would have rescued them, I don't think, except for them and their crew. So, and nobody else was doing it. And so his house flooded and was over there, and he needed to be somewhere else, but he was here helping our community. But I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just telling you what's
I
happening.
don't know, I've heard nothing but good things about the people and what Ron and his crew did.
Well, not only rescue people, they still picked up people in the middle of Interstate 10, that was wrecked out and all that.
Yeah.
Or Google Maps told them they could take the road that was flooded. That was my favorite one.
But that, you put it in your policy, that's something you can add to your policy.
Comments?
I think we should make a motion to accept the figures as stated. They should be duly compensated as long as, like other employees in like kind, and that we pay them in.
One other question, do y'all have time cards, do you have documentation? You can make sure that
Basically, the way it
FEMA-
works, because of the storm, we have regular time sheets we do on a regular basis because of the storm for FEMA reimbursement, and they're still up there in my door. Every employee does what's called an ICS 214, which is a federal government form, and you fill it out from midnight to midnight of everything that you did that day. Like, if you want to be specific and say, I used the restroom at 1910, you put it on there. And that's considered, that's what FEMA uses as our time cards.
Okay, I just wanna make sure that we have it documented so that we can.
Yes, sir.
I just, like I said, I wanna make sure I've helped in the past with some FEMA
Okay, we have a
reimbursements.
motion by Mr. Barron. Is there any other discussion? Do we have a second? Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, other business or open floor? How do you handle that?
If there's just anything that you guys want to discuss as a board, that's not on the agenda.
I think we're all pretty much in agreement. We're moving forward on legal status. We've got banking taken care of.
I shared this with Ron, letter from the Ganses about their, some patient care. I don't know if this is something you want to discuss at this time, or would this be more appropriate in a executive session type situation?
I've done the preliminary investigation, printed out the reports, and have the incident reports from the medics that were involved in the situation. But because it's involving you're looking at HIPAA violations and other issues by bringing it up in an open meeting, so I would advise to not discuss it.
That's why I wanted to ask you that.
Because it's medical information, so it's not stuff that needs to be released out in public. We can release what we're going to do, or the action we're going to take in regards to it later after the board makes a decision, but as far as the details, it doesn't need to be. We're talking about medical information and other things.
Mr. Kent?
Did we have the run report on the ambulance when he picked up my daddy?
Is that possible, Ron?
Yeah, I can get you that.
Okay. Do you mind if I share this letter with the rest of the board?
No, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
And we've said all along with the last meeting, Dennis, and you weren't here unfortunately, that we were gonna do everything to maintain a transparent, above board
Right.
situation here. Carrying on the same things you did, Bobby. I'm not saying no. Okay, we're just trying, we wanna go forward and do it.
Can I tell you just one thing that,
Certainly.
that really put a quietus on what we do here in EMS? Is HIPAA.
That's a problem.
HIPAA is a problem, and it's a good problem that the patient care, whatever have problem is kept within the patient and these guys. They don't say
You're supposed to
anything.
know their last name technically.
Well, I mean, that's where you gotta watch what you say, and we watch we don't tell anybody what we do or what we, the patient care. But like y'all do it, I like for y'all to do it in-house. In y'all executive session. And then tell everybody that's on the board to keep it here.
I think it should be. I agree
It's
with
got to be.
that.
You ask the doctor out here.
Anything we do in the executive session has to stay in the executive.
Yeah, but even patient care, pick it up somebody.
Oh, no, I know exactly what you're talking about there, Steve.
I don't wanna interrupt y'all's meeting, but
My wife endured that for 40-something years. As a X-ray tech.
Now that everybody needs to be aware of your background, that you've been involved with this before, Dennis. This is not your first rodeo.
It's a long time ago. When I started, all you had to have was an advanced first aid course and just run out and grab them, throw them in the ambulance and take off as fast as you could. It's kind of changed a little bit since then. But, no, we're much better equipment, much better people. We tried hard, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we saved a few.
Just line there, Steve, so I can print out that report for the.
Is there any other comment while we're addressing this letter right now in regards to Publix, or would you like for us to get you all out of here so we can go to executive session if that's how you want?
Anything else?
Any other comments?
Okay,
What time?
I guess then we will go into executive session.
Yes, ma'am. We know better to rush you, dear. So Sorry, my bad.
Okay, back in open session, ready for any motion.
I'm gonna make a motion that we reinstate Nick Morrison back as a medic on this organization, Winnie Stowell. And,
Have a motion made, is there a second? Motion made and second, all in favor? Motion carries. Any other business?
Was that a unanimous, did everybody vote on it? I did, Emily, did you vote on it? Okay.
Are there any other motions, discussions? Then I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion made and second. Motion made and second, all in favor? Meeting adjourned. Somebody know the time.
Yeah, what time is it?
8:47.
Session, y'all know that.
No, I know that, but I'm asking, it was on, okay, I have all of y'all here. It was on the agenda about reinstating him employment. And the reason why is because what happened on October 10th in this parking
We
lot.
have to watch out because we'll have an illegal meeting here if we don't watch out. There's a quorum here.
Well, I'm asking y'all individually is how can you have one side presented and not the other side?
Only thing I can say, it's still an ongoing investigation.
Yes, it is.
It absolutely is.
Yes, it is. So since it's still ongoing, how can you reinstate him if he's still
Whole
ongoing?
decision right now, the only thing I can say about it, Dennis, is it all right to just make one simple statement?
Oh, you can reply, yeah.
We're paying him right now because he was
Which
quote
is-
unquote.
which is stupid.
Well, it was the way it was done previously, is the way we were led to believe. So all we're doing right now is getting use out of it, and if there is an issue of legality.
I think that's about as much as.
I will say one thing too, every employee here is
violating
out,
open
is
meetings
not
act.
full-time, they're about
They're all
full-time.
part-time.
What do you think about it, Steve?
Disappointed,
Whoever
friend.
blew that smoke,
Probably we don't know.
I'm sorry.
and get a lawyer like you already
That's
recommended.
what we're trying to do.
Not Huber, I hope.
Suspension.
They said the next meeting is supposed
I
to
promise you, that's it. We're not trying to take sides on this. I mean that.
be the next.
That's what they said. I don't know. I'm not
Listen,
not privy to it. I'm serious.
hey,
Yeah,
I called
he,
today,
I said,
and
please
it hadn't been settled.
email us.
Steve, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what
Because they
the
didn't set
outcome
the
is.
meeting.
They did set the
Yeah,
meeting
but you-
because
yeah.
they're trying to change.
We're paying the man.
Right, but anyway,
suspension right now.
tentatively
He's
or
made a
whatever, it's
decision
set
You know
for
what
the,
that
to
date-
let him come
the date
back
is?
It's a Monday.
until it's resolved.
yeah, it's Monday the 20th.
What we're being told is they're paying other medics right now to do his job.
So
So
who
it's a
told you
matter of
nothing's
money?
gonna happen on it?
Ma'am,
Who told you nothing's gonna become of it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know right now. I do not know. I do not know the outcome. That's me personally. I have no idea what they're going to do with it. I'm just being honest, Steve.
No, we want your honesty because I'll tell you, Larry, this is
Lori,
astonishing.
I'm going to tell you something. I can't lie because, I won't remember it, okay? I have problems with memory issues, okay,
No,
myself.
I'm
so.
not attacking you by any means. Please don't. It's just, it's astonishing that he was reinstated for, these charges they're pending. It's still an active investigation. And if it's really a matter of money, oh my God, y'all as a board could have said you're suspended without pay.
Can I be honest?
Yes,
Dennis
ma'am.
just told me to shut up, basically.
No, I
I think I
understand.
should.
Okay. All
Sorry,
right.
Hazel, I'm
Yeah,
not trying
don't-
to get in the middle of it.
Hey, don't put anything what he just said in the paper.
Please.
No.
Because I'm just
no,
being honest.
No,
I mean,
all I
not
can
not
say,
to cover it anything.
No, all I can put in is that he was reinstated.